Hello and welcome to this video on Mixed in Key 11. It's an amazing piece of software used by massive DJs around the world, including David Guetta, Diplo, Kaskade, Zedd, and more. It analyzes all your music, giving you key, BPM, energy level, and cue points. I've actually owned it for over 16 years. And still, I use it almost every single day for three main reasons. I use it to find the keys of tracks and acapellas when I'm DJing. I use it for when I'm making mashups. And I also use it when I make super disco tracks and demos. For example, I may have a great 70s disco sample and I need the key of that. And then I may also want to look through all my keyed acapellas. And Mixed in Key will enable me to find all the acapellas that work with that disco sample. More on that later. Firstly, I do need to say this is a sponsored post. All my opinions here are my own, and I actually really love using this software. Okay, let's have a look at the app. So firstly, we have the Camelot wheel in the top left-hand corner. What is a Camelot wheel, you may ask? Have a look at this picture here. So this is a Camelot wheel, and it's fundamentally the circle of fifths that has been adapted with a numerical value system to make it easy for people to use that aren't familiar with chords and keys. I believe it was started for DJs so they could have a super fast system to work out what track mixes with the current track that they're playing. To explain, see these numbers in the inner ring. Each of these represent minor keys. For example, 12A represents D flat minor and 5A represents C minor. And on the outer ring, they are the major keys. For example, 8B represents C major. So how can Mixed in Key help you as a DJ or dance music producer? Let me pull up this info screen. So let's say you have a song in 8A. Well, that 8A song will likely mix really well with any other songs in your library that are also 8A. And it'll also mix with any other songs that are 8B, which is the major key. And you can see that here, 8A, and here's the major key, which is 8B. In other words, A minor songs will also mix with C major songs. But also, here in this diagram here, an 8A song will also mix with songs that are in 9A, and it'll also mix with songs in 7A. So when you're DJing or producing and you've got something in 8A, you can always be confident that tracks in 8A, 9A, 7A, and 8B will work together, but sometimes not perfectly if there are chord movements in the tracks. One further point, this is what's called harmonic mixing. And after 30 years of DJing, I can tell you, if you harmonically mix when you DJ, your transitions from one song to another will sound monumentally better and more professional. If this seems like a lot of information for you to take on, there's a free booklet on the Mixed in Key website, and that'll give you more information than I'm giving you here, but I'm just giving you kind of the basics. Okay, back to the app. So let's have a look at the other parts of the Mixed in Key app. In this top box, you have the track waveform, artist, title, key, tempo, energy, and a new recently added feature is that Mixed in Key will automatically find the important cue points in your track, like intro, breakdowns, and drops. And then you can export them to your DJ software if you wish. So continuing to look around the app, in here we have the playlist area. Here is where we are now in the My Collections area. There's also a tag editor where you can edit the tags of individual songs. There's a how-to guide which takes you to the website and gives you all information about how this can work with other pieces of software. For example, Serato, Traktor, Rekordbox, iTunes, Ableton Live. And then we have the settings area. Firstly is tagging. Here you choose how you want the info to be displayed in your DJ software. Here is what DJ software you want to use, Serato, Traktor, Rekordbox. Here you put in the options of how you want to rename your files. Here is what you want the Camelot wheel at the start to look like. You can have different settings for that. And here finally is tempo and audio player options. There's much more comprehensive info on the Mixed in Key website, of course, for all of this. Okay, continuing on, in this middle right area is the filtering and sorting area, which is very powerful. So let's say we want to see all the tracks in 4A or F minor. You simply click the filtering pull-down menu and hit this little 4A here. But what's even better is you can tap here and it'll also list all the tracks that are in 3A that mix with 4A, and it'll also give you all the tracks, if you click it, in 5A. So all these tracks will mix really well together. And finally, in this area, you can also filter by tempo, you can filter by energy level, or you can filter by genre. Okay, one final area of the app I didn't fully explain is the playlists area. Here are playlists of what's currently being analyzed, what you've analyzed recently, and you can also add your own playlists, of course, and nested playlists. But let's say I want to add an acapellas playlist. We'll click this Add Playlist button. We'll call it acapellas. And then we'll go across here to genre, select all our acapellas here, drag them into the playlist, and now we have a playlist with all my acapellas all keyed. Okay, let's have a bit of fun and make a mashup using Mixed in Key. So jumping back into Mixed in Key, I have a good loop that I've chosen for this mashup demonstration. Mixed in Key has analysed it and it's listing it as 9A or E minor. Let's drag that into Ableton. Now that we know it's in 9A, we'll go to my acapellas playlist and go to the key pull down and filter to only show acapellas in 9A. All of these will work well with my dance loop. I'm going to choose this AI acapella, which I think will work really well with this. Interestingly, Ableton's auto warp feature got the tempo wrong for this acapella, listing it as 103, but Mixed in Key actually got it right, as I know that acapella is 129 BPM. Next, let's drag the acapella to the correct starting point, and then let's give it a listen. Just a quick example of what you can do with this app. Okay, that's it. Make sure you check out Mixed in Key 11. I'm very confident you'll love it. Thanks so much. We'll catch you on the next one.